Hey there, guys, it's Mia here. I am so excited, as always. I am so excited about this quick topic today, and I'm going to talk about a little bit new seasons in your life. Seasons are so important, and we are so used to seeing, spring, summer, fall, winter. We're used to the seasons. I've just picked up in my garden getting ready for winter, and I was reminded of just this thought. Sometimes when a season changes in your life, you are holding on to the old season. So let me explain. So maybe your favorite season is winter, or maybe your favorite season is summer. And whenever that season's about to change, you start to think about all the things that you love about that current season. And what it does is it stops you from embracing the new season. All right. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant, and I got started in my company over 20 years ago, and I made a decision to change my life. And you can make a decision to change yours. And I wanted to simply figure out how to take my background as a corporate trainer and how to package it in my own business, helping other people to take their knowledge, their expertise, and their background and to put it in a structure that was monetizable. Fast forward, I had no idea that just saying yes to myself, embracing new seasons, would allow me to build a business that would allow me to coach thousands of women around the world, like literally around the world, to be able to host events around the world. I had no idea that I would be able to work from the comfort of my home or anywhere that I chose. And that's really powerful. And I want you to really get that for yourself when you start thinking about those new seasons. We've got about 6 weeks left of this year. And there's likely something new that you're looking to create for yourself going into this new year. It's not an uncommon thing for people to set goals or set plans or have targets that they want to hit this time of the year. And I always call them new seasons, right? And as I was cleaning in my garden this morning, we had cut down the banana plants a couple weeks ago, but they were so big that I couldn't break them down to put them in a bag, right? Because it was just that big. I had to let them decompose a little bit. And I was thinking, man, like I remember when I planted these little teeny banana plants, and now how gigantic they grew, like 9 or 10 feet they grew, and how much they expanded. And in that season of being a new gardener, I wondered last year, will they come back? And they multiplied. I wondered, I don't know if I know what I'm doing when I'm winterizing my garden. I don't know if this is going to work or not. And not only did they come back, but they multiplied. So I want you to think about this as it relates to the season that you are in, and maybe even a season that you love, right? Like it's the hardest thing ever when you are a gardener, and in my gardeners out there, you know this, is to have your garden bring you joy all year long and then have to cut it down, like cut parts of it down. And for me, it's always like the banana plants. It's always my palm trees, which can't survive in winter in Maryland. And every time I have to find a place for them, I'm always like, I can't let you guys die out here. You brought me so much joy all year long. And I call friends and I try to figure out what other plant I can bring in my house, right? And I want you to think about your seasons for yourself, right? Like a lot of times you think a season is over, or you think about what you loved about that season, and you don't think about how just embracing that new season allows you to be more creative and open to other opportunities that are coming your way that you don't see. Like I didn't know that my banana plants were going to multiply like this. I had no idea they were going to be 9 or 10 feet, because last year they were 5 feet, maybe was the tallest that they were. See, when we embrace new seasons and we prepare for that new season, then we prepare for new bounty. You guys hear me on this, okay? You prepare for a new harvest. And I hope that you're thinking about your skills, you're thinking about your talents, and that whatever it is that you've done up until now at work, professionally, the dreams that you've had, maybe that business that you started, you've already prepared, right? You're already prepared for that next season. And even though you love what you're doing, it might require you to take a risk. It might require you to cut away at something. Like I had to cut my banana plants down. But I can tell you that if you trust yourself enough, you'll see a multiplication effect by just embracing what is new. And I know that's been true for me. When I think about it, 20 years ago, and what I wanted to do, I was just talking to my next door neighbor. I wanted to work from the comfort of my home when every single person was pretty much working in a building. Okay. So imagine that I'm on this block in my home, in my neighborhood, and I'm this person that has this idea that I want to work from home. But there's no proof of the people in my life, in my world, in majority at all, that are doing this. And I decide to lean into it in a new season. And sometimes when you're in a new season and you're doing things that you might be doing them alone, you might be the only person that understands your why. You might be the person that's taking that risk at trusting yourself. You might be that person that's growing yourself, the insides of yourself, so that you can face and stand up to that big amazing dream. I know for me it meant that I made a lot of investments in myself over the years. My mindset had to be, I had to be ironclad, right? Like literally, in order for me during that time to trust myself enough to go for those big dreams. And it's today why I only work with women who are giants for themselves, who really want to work with the best, right? Someone that has a proven record, that has demonstrated proof, that can show you that they've created amazing results, not only for themselves, but for countless number of others who are looking to take what they do and put it in structure to monetize. But also, you have to, in order for you to enter that new season, you have to be brave. And I think you need to be in a community of people that are brave. It's easy to be in a community of people that are complacent, that complain, that gossip, that don't really do a whole lot of significant tall actions for themselves, right? That's easy. That's everywhere. You can look anywhere and find people that are like, you know what I mean, saying, I'm doing great, but like what you do? Like, oh, I read a half a chapter in a book. Okay, well, all right. Well, that's not a significant movement. But I found for myself that the greatest strides that I've had in any new season is, number one, come from me like doing the thing that I want to do, even when I don't see any evidence that I can do it. I.e., I was only a person that had three hostas and two lilies for the majority of my adult existence, right, in my home. And I decided I want to be a gardener. I planted 150 things. Okay, like 100, like real 150 of them. And I stepped into a new season for myself and became a magnificent gardener, right? And it brought me tremendous joy. So I want you to know that on the other side of that doubt, can I do it? Will it work? You know what I mean? For me, that there are gifts you have inside of you that you haven't tapped into. And I want to encourage you, like, hear my heart on this, like, just tap into it, like literally tap into it, lean into it. So the first thing is just like literally embrace that new season and stop focusing on that old season. That is great. It was great. And you love summer, right? You love winter, but we're in a new season right now, right? And embrace that new season, because there might be some other gifts, some talents, some lessons, some mentors, some coaches, right? Something that you're going to get from that new season that adds to what you already have. And I know that to be true. Planted my first garden in June of last year, and they were itty bitty, and I needed fall. You know what I mean? I needed the fall. I had to cut some things back. I had to fertilize things. I had to mulch things in order for the other seasons to be exponential. And the same is true for you. And it's like, it's what you are embracing in each of those seasons and doing in each of those seasons, nurturing your gifts and your talents, that ultimately decide whether or not you get to have bounty or not. You guys with me? So that was what was on my heart today, because my banana plants are not there anymore they're there, but they're not tall, and they're not 9 or 10 feet because we have to take them down. But I know that next year that they'll likely be 11 to 12 feet, because they were 5 feet last year, and they grew exponentially. And not only that, my garden is just incredible. It brought me tremendous joy all the seasons, because I embraced each season and said, who do I need to be as a gardener? What do I need to do to feed these plants? And, how can I really help them to grow? What do I need to prune, right? What do I need to feed them? Think about yourself, because garden is a metaphor for life and for living your best life. If I can help you in any way, we have the Giant Experiences next weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And if you've been like saying, okay, I want to figure out this thing, me, and how I can take my background, my gifts, my talents, and how can I package it to sell it so I can work from the comfort of my own home or anywhere I choose so that I can create transition in my life and in my world. Well, look, no time is better than now. I'll post a link here for you to check out the Giant Experience Master Training. Share it with a friend that's smart and sharp, highly actionable, who's ready to say yes to herself, right? That you're ready to say yes to yourself, right? That's the link right there. Or you can just go to miaredrick.com. If you're not seeing this and you're on some other channel, you can go to miaredrick.com and click on the masterclass. It's incredible. We have an incredible track record. Hundreds of women have come through the Giant Experience Master Training, and they have all changed their lives. All. And my clients have made multi-millions of dollars as a result of coming to the Giant Experience Master Training. Not hype, all proof. You guys have seen it over and over again. And, if you're ready to step into the season, you got to commit your time. You are. I had to put so many hours in my yard to make it the garden I wanted. You're going to have to commit money. There is going to be an investment of resources. There is no change without an investment in resources. And I know for me, in order for me to learn how to market, to learn how to build my business, I had to make significant investments in myself. And I've always done that. I've invested always in the full solution. And I only work with people who that's the way they think, is they want a full solution, not a Band-Aid or patch or kind of what they need, right? And that certainly wouldn't work in my garden. And then also, I worked on consistency and persistency, because nothing happens just because you plant a seed and just because you buy a great seed, right? It doesn't. It happens because of watering, pruning, right? It's the consistency and persistency over time. And it's the showing up for yourself, overcoming yourself, and asking yourself, who do I need to become? How gigantic do my thoughts need to be so that I can step into a higher version and see for myself what is available to me in this season, instead of me lamenting or being afraid because of the season that I'm leaving. Does that make sense? All right, that was a little deep, right? But I want you to get this because it's so important. I don't focus on the season that I'm leaving. I'm grateful for that season and all that it's given me. And I recognize that this next season has other gifts that coincide with this last one. And if I'm open to it, right, then I get to see the magnificence, right, over the course of 4 months, or four seasons, 1 year, and I get to see how all of it goes together and how bountiful it is. Think about it as it relates to your goals. All right, I hope that there's something I said that has supported you in some way, and if so, you can just post it here, right? I love to hear your comments. One aha or one takeaway that you got as a result of being here today. You're in a new season and you've got 6 weeks left, guys. 6 weeks left to step into the highest and tallest choice for yourself. And don't cheat yourself. You're amazing. And, give yourself every single thing that you need, right? Give yourself the shot that you need. Invest at the tallest level, fight for yourself because you deserve it. And I know that there's nothing that I've achieved that didn't come without me making a choice that my dreams and my goals were a priority, and that change in my life was not an option. It was my tallest choice that I decided to align with. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.